A hopeful neighborhood is one where neighbors collaboratively imagine possibilities. Something special happens when you stand side by side with a few neighbors and imagine possibilities together for your neighborhood. Your shared perspective will naturally be wider and include possibilities none of you ever would have thought of alone. And collaboration is especially powerful when it is done across cultures. But if you want to get the most out of cross-cultural collaboration, you will need to explore surface culture, which you can observe, and deep culture, which takes time to discover. What's the difference between surface culture and deep culture? Imagine everything that shapes one's culture as an iceberg. Above the water are all those parts of culture that you can see: food, behaviors, language, institutions, laws, and rituals. These aspects of culture are important and are often the first parts of someone's culture that we notice. There are other aspects of culture, though, that are not immediately obvious: values, norms, relations, perceptions, basic assumptions, and beliefs. These aspects of someone's culture are also important, but they take time to discover and appreciate. Over time, in unhurried conversation and genuine relationship, it is possible to discover these deep parts of culture. When collaborating across cultures, there are two important lessons to remember. Number one, don't assume that others are just like you. Rather, it is essential to become a student of others and the various parts of their culture that make them who they are. You can discern some of these aspects of culture through basic observation. Take note of how their foods are different than your own, how their language or behaviors are different. The second important lesson to remember when collaborating across cultures is this: don't assume you understand everything about someone just because you've observed one piece of their culture. Rather, take the time to discover more about their deep culture and about what makes them unique as an individual. Invest in conversation and relationship, paying attention to how their values or norms may be different in ways from your own. See if you can pick up on their basic assumptions and, when appropriate, ask them more about their various beliefs. The reality is your neighbors are profoundly shaped by their culture, just as you are by your own. These differences are a part of what makes cross-cultural collaboration so powerful. Unacknowledged differences can drive people apart at times, but when we notice and appreciate our cultural differences, our relationships are enriched and our collaborative work is strengthened. A hopeful neighborhood is one where neighbors collaboratively imagine possibilities. And when that collaboration is cross-cultural, the possibilities will be stronger, more creative, and ultimately more fruitful.